Hey guys, what's up? It's DJ27 here, and today I'm back with another Call of Duty Black Ops 3 multiplayer gameplay. I hope you guys are enjoying these. I've been trying really hard to get these out, and I'm really liking it. This is what I've been planning to do for November. So yeah, let's get into the story. So today's story is a little bit different. This is a story about how I snuck into Batman's trailer. So a few years ago, I was on vacation with my family, and we were in this city, and we were just taking tours downtown, but it wasn't really planned or anything. It was just us doing our own thing, and we came across this part of town, which was really kind of blocked off, and it said casting. So we saw the casting and immediately decided to go check it out and see what it was all about. When we checked it out, it turns out they were casting extras for one of the Batman movies, and I am a big Batman fan, so immediately I wanted to do it. My mom and dad agreed, and they said, alright, you can do it, and we'll sign you up, and we went through a bunch of long paperwork, and, then we had to do the audition thing, and you had to, kind of audition for an extra. That's kind of weird. I'm just being an extra. I don't really need the audition. But anyways, we auditioned, and then we had to wait a long time to get our results back. And we were, in this waiting room. There, weren't even chairs or anything. I had to, sit by the window, on a window sill. It was really weird. They came back saying who made the audition and who didn't. And surprisingly, I didn't make the audition. So I was kind of disappointed. But again, I was a big Batman fan back then. Not so much now, but I was back then. So I was gonna do anything it took to see one of the main characters. So then I started asking people around, hey, do you know who's filming today and who's here and who isn't? And it turns out that Batman himself was there along with one of the other main characters. So we left the building and, we started walking this way, and you could see they were setting up cameras to shoot a shot outside. We waited there for probably 20 minutes, and you could see all these people starting to come out, and they're getting ready to take this shot, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to be awesome. I'm going to see behind-the-scenes stuff. Well, they shot the shot. It took about maybe 5 minutes, and it was that was all it took. I'm like, all right. And, I could see one of the main characters that I wanted to see, but it wasn't Batman. It was some other guy. And I was like, oh, my gosh, I can't believe it. He's right there. And, I was like, we saw the shot, and everything happened, then everything went away, and we were kind of like, wow, all right, that was it, I guess. And at that point, I was like, no, I want to see Batman himself. So we start walking in the other direction. As we're walking in the other direction, we can kind of see a gated off area full of trailers and full of movie equipment and all these big trucks and all this crazy stuff. And there was one security guard. And before we went up, I said, Mom, Dad, distract him. And they looked at me and said, what? I said, just talk to him while I go to the bathroom. They said, oh, okay. They didn't know what I was about to do. I walk up to the security guard and I go, excuse me, sir, I really have to go to the bathroom. And there was a porta-john behind him, so I said, could I, by chance, use that porta-john? And he, kind of looked at me iffy. He was like, I don't really think I should. But then he's like, you're only a kid. You're not going to do crap. So he let me in, and he let me into this porta-john. It was about 20 yards from where he was standing. And in front of the porta-john were all these trailers, or these movie stars. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So before I went into the porta-john, I kind of scoped out to see whose trailer was who, kind of. But I couldn't really get a good glimpse. So I just went into the porta-john and stood there like, oh my gosh, what do I do now? I did not expect to be able to go into this porta-john. Because I didn't really have to go to the bathroom. I just wanted to see the movie trailers. At that point, I came up with some stupid idea to go and try to sneak into one of the movie trailers of one of the movie stars and just, see what it's all about, because they're all probably filming and nobody was going to be in there anyways. So I slowly opened the porta-john door, peeked my head out. He was talking to my parents, and then I just sprinted across. I just sprinted straight ahead, right behind these movie trailers, and I got behind the movie star trailers out of sight of the security guard, and I just thought, what the heck am I doing? But believe it or not, I sprinted right behind Batman's trailer. And at that point, I think I wet my pants. All right? So, me absolutely not thinking and being a kid, I'm just going, oh my gosh, I have to see inside. And for the oddest reason ever, I have no idea, but his door on one of the sides, like the back side, not the front side, the back side was open. Batman's trailer was open. Like, why? Why would that happen? But I mean, I guess it was really gated off and there was a security guard and everything, but still. Anyways, I open the door very slowly because I'm thinking, oh crap, an alarm's gonna go off or something. I'm gonna get like arrested. All this panicky stuff's going through my head. So I open the door very slowly and as quiet as I freaking can be. I take a few steps in, and it's like you have to step up. It's like they're pretty big steps too. So I'm stepping up very quietly, and there's this big fancy rug, this big room. It's the living room, obviously. When you can see like there's like the kitchen, and then there was a living room, and there was a few other rooms, but then there was the main bedroom, and like I stepped up into the living room, and the TV was on, so I'm like, oh my gosh, somebody's probably in here, and I'm gonna get punched in the face by frickin' Batman himself. So I quietly just stood there in the living room, not knowing what the heck to do, and I really didn't know what I was doing there anyways, so I looked behind me, and behind me was a door that was closed. So, of course, I'm like, oh my gosh, what's in there? So I walked slowly up to the door, and I put my ear to the door to listen to see if anybody was in there, and I just hear snoring. I hear snoring of Batman. I heard the snoring of Batman, and me being just like freaking out right now, I'm just like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I'm in Batman's trailer while Batman's in here. He's gonna like kill me or something. So I stand there for about 30 more seconds, and I think nobody's gonna ever believe me. Nobody will ever believe that I snuck in the Batman's trailer. So I proceed to pull out my phone and take a picture. Well, that's where it went wrong. I pull out my phone, and I immediately slide up, and I go to hit the camera button, and my phone wasn't on silent. My phone makes this loud crashing camera noise. Then I hear the snoring stop, and I hear him start to rustle around, and Batman got up out of bed. I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? So I ran down really fast. I think I snapped a couple more pictures, and he knew somebody was in there. I think he was afraid to come out. Well, no, he wasn't because he's Batman. But I ran out the door, shut the door, and then I ran over to the Porta-John, and then I acted casual, and I started walking back like I just came out of the Porta-John. And then whenever I walked over the security guard, I was just like, I just made up some corny line. I was like, man, those tacos were really nasty. And then my parents were still talking to him for like about a couple more minutes about something. And then I just see Batman, not actually in costume, but like the actor of Batman, starting to get out of his trailer and starts walking towards the security guard. And my mom goes, oh my gosh, look, it's Batman. TJ, look, it's Batman. I'm like, nope, we gotta go. Our meeting's right now. Nope. And it was like the funniest and scariest and most awesomest thing I might have ever done. And I felt so accomplished. And, like, I thought Batman was going to, like, have me arrested or something. But I hope you guys enjoyed the story. I hope you had a good time watching this video. I had a good time making it. As always, leave a like, subscribe, and comment what I should do next, guys. I'll see you in the next episode. And goodbye.